story of the weirdest trip I've had. Be me. Fucking gay loser tranny dropout. Shitty waggy barista job. Not much going for me. Friends still include me at their parties for some reason, though. Literally just drop acid whenever I go. Nobody bothers me then. One night, high as fuck. Start noticing the color on the backs of my eyes is different. Like weird angry burning static. Feel like I'm being watched. Suddenly feel a terrible, giant presence all around me. Don't really believe in God, but that's how it felt, just evil somehow, worse. Start seeing flashes of memories go by randomly. Can't control them, start getting really scared. Cry for it to stop. It fucking talks to me. Just says why, and it's painful to hear. I can taste metal. Hallucinate being in the middle of some huge lens thing. Reminded me of the inside of those telescope domes. Surrounded by mirrors. Shitty, dysphoria is bad. Voice in my head starts saying I'm small but new and interesting. Try talking back BC sometimes, that works on weird trippy shit. It's confused, says that I'm alone. No shit. But at least I'm not some shitty hallucination. Feel like that annoyed it somehow, though. Feel myself coming down. Wake up, party is quiet. Way earlier than I have any right being sober, which makes no sense. Whatever. I go home. Washing my hands when I see it in the mirror, in like, the reflection of my eye. Really far away and tiny, but it's like a fuckton of black and white striped snakes moving over each other. Way too many. Like a star made out of snakes. Not actually snakes, but it's the best way I can describe it really. Somehow I know it's watching me. I don't like looking at it. Go to bed. Ever since then I've been seeing it and sometimes hearing. I know it's there. Feel like I broke something in myself? And am schizoing out. It's not all, but I guess I'm embarrassed of it. I think I just killed a succubi. Be me last month, get really into sigil magic from past year. Always horny and sexual frustrated. Light_bulb.gif. Close friend of mine, which I have a photo with, as well as single hair string that found in the jacket she was wearing. I got it in a UNI party. Draw sigil in paper. Cut my slit with the thought of empower it using blood. Objective was sex, dominance and such. Burn everything in a jar under the last full moon, chanting the Lilith mantra for one of her daughters. Now we wait. Nothing for a while. Some dude in our game chat brings up a Benadryl. Investigate further. Diphenhydramine active ingredient, cheap to get, easy to reach. The hallucinate side effects. Get 500 mg dose of Saturday after a really good chubby succubi. Dujan read, no fap for power enchantment in the last 6 weeks. The expect wavy vision, spiders in the walls, faces in the pile of clothes in the corner. Panic.exe. 2 a.m. alarm. I set hits, holding as much as possible my sleep. I feel something, it's over me, a pressure and warmth, yet no so heavy, resist but slowly fade into dreams. Enter into dream realm. Looks like some country town in Italy, people looking like those low poly NPCs in some PS game. Walking into seems like the downtown, along a girl holding hands. Apartments with flowers out of the windows, brick paved road. She's not taller than me, petite build, wolf cut of the big thighs. Gothic chick as well, a similar build. Pulls me into a room somehow. A big bed with red fabric, windows with white curtains and the door to outside. She lays in the mattress welcoming me. Rude as fuck sex, I swear nothing comes close to the feeling in that dream. Still hard, grab her neck with one hand and the hips with the other. Put her facing me, both hands of neck, squeeze with that maniac and lethal force. Everything begins to darken, the room's taints of brown into a penumbral red. That thing tries to push me, scars my hands, yet I keep going. Count. Be me. Tripping on Lucy, I had been using pretty regularly at this point. Drawing on my tablet, my favorite activity since I always feel more creative and focused. Actually doing pretty good, pike roll. Decide I want to add noise to my drawing. Suddenly, I stare at the screen. I see each individual pixel of the color jitter noise. Hear a voice in my head. That's the color of a seizure. Huh? Spend the next 6 hours panicking thinking I'm about to go insane and that my brain was going to crash, that this world is a simulation and I just saw something I shouldn't have seen. Keep hearing you haven't earned this. You are cursed. My heart is beating so hard, hyperventilating, immediately take cold shower to try and snap out of it. I was convinced I was about to do some bad shit. I lay in my bed, I put on my noise-canceling headphones trying to tune everything out. Play Piano Concerto No. 2 in C minor, Opus 18, by Sergei Rachmaninoff. Close eyes. Intense sensation behind left eye begins to calm. I begin entering final phases of trip however many hours later it's been with this song looping. Have epiphany. If I can believe something so hard it sent me into a full-on panic attack I can believe anything. Start repeating to reasserting to myself what I am. Wake up. I was fucked up for quite a few months after, would have random thoughts spirals back into that headspace and begin panicking about losing my mind. Seeing noise still makes me somewhat anxious but overall, it was a hell of bad trip that made me terrified to ever want to use again out of fear of triggering psychosis or becoming schizo. The end. Be me. Frequently night walk. Been down every road and trail around. Love nature, always taking pics of cool animals and trees. Sometimes I'll have a couple drinks while walking around. Out one night feeling good. See a very large strange frog at the center of a patch of grass at the end of a dead-end road. Making eye contact. Get a weird feeling about this frog. Sit down near him and just chill for a minute. I say to him, frogs can have some beer too. Then I pour a little out onto a leaf next to him. Ask if I can take his picture. Carry on with my night. Next morning leaving for work, and as I exit my house I feel something lightly strike my arm. Look down and there's a tiny frog that just jumped off my door and onto me. Next day in the boiler room at work when a little frog comes hopping out from under my tool cart. Take him outside and release him. So on and so forth every day for a week. Frogs in strange places. Did I meet some sort of forest spirit? Post your scary or near-death encounters in the woods. I'll go first, Part 1. Post your stories about near-death and/or spoopy encounters in the outdoors. I'll go first. Be me with a friend. Decide to hike, camp out towards a high peak we always watched in the distance in the UK near the Lake District. New fag, so barely pack the right stuff outside of the essentials. By day 2 we are basically out of food, miles in the brush, and have already had to filter and boil water. Area is littered with dense evergreens, woods are dark half during the day. I'd be creeped out if I was alone. On the second night decide to make camp, and we'll head out towards a small village on the dated map. We are so fucked from walking 6+ hours without any food and little water it feels like a drug trio when we finally make camp. Drink a can of beer each and attempt to fall asleep. Hear strange sounds around the camp. Tell my brain it's just animals as I can recognize some of the yelps in the distance from foxes. I hear a raspy, gurgled cackling, sounds like some old woman. Defiantly not an animal I've heard before. WTF.jpg. It's not coming from in the camp but it's close enough to start my adrenaline spiking. Hold my breath paralyzed. Unsure whether to listen closer and pinpoint if it's coming closer or launch out if the tent with a bonsai charge. Sit there in paranoid silence because I'm a bitch. Had a dream this afternoon, which is odd, since I rarely have them and they aren't as coherent or easy to remember hours later as this one. Goes like this. Be me at home, violent storm outside. Parents aren't home. No idea of where they are. Go outside to check the rain from the porch. Can't see the street from how strong it is. Go back inside, come back out a bit later. Garden seems to have a giant invisible wall splitting it in half, going all the way to the sky. Left side is raining like before. Right side is covered in snow and the sky is a deep clear blue. Catch a glimpse of something in the sky, feel a deep terror and hurry back inside. Look out the window and see a giant butterfly-looking thing, like pick related. Had several wings and insanely long tails. It was massive, probably larger than a continent, seemed to be in space. Feels like I'm gazing at a hurricane, that everything is about to be destroyed. It starts moving, the sky turns pitch black and a strong wind blows thick snow everywhere. It leaves my FOV, sky goes back to a clear blue. Wake up. I got no idea of what it could mean, but it won't leave my head and I feel an urge to tell others about it. What's your weird dream? Be me a few hours ago. In train station waiting room, reading this thread. Feeling a bit crap, just want to get home. Suddenly I'm on German U-boat during World War II, just having a chill time patrolling the North Sea. Suddenly the alarm rings and we all spring into action. There's a blood-curdling scream. A dog appears, I hate dogs, making me more frightened. Wake up. The alarm was a bell in the station ringing. I've been playing a lot of U-boat recently. The scream was a toddler excited to see a dog. The dog in the dream was cause a dog walked in and barked. Absolutely nothing paranormal happened. Pickroll. MFW, I made half this up and still better than half the stupid Inwood stories on here. Somebody post the fucking angel under the damn one. Be me. Getting closer to 30, living with parents. Neat. Believes in Christ. Every job I've ever had I got bullied every day to the point of quitting. The bullying got so bad it turned into gang stalking. Don't know where to turn, can't hide forever. Constantly watched and harassed. Think about Christ and the blessings he's done for me. Begin working out. Become addicted to working out, I fucking love it. Think about Christ and wonder where my life will go. Bible says not to worry about anything. Feels good.jpg. Might play some Halo today or just watch videos. Hungry at the moment so I'll heat up some frozen fries first. Man, I love God. Thank you. Be me, last week. Live in the middle of nowhere. Midnight on the dot. Go outside for smoke. Hear something large drop out of one of the trees in the yard, like a large person dropped onto the ground with their feet. 5 seconds later a blue-white floodlight fills my entire fence for a second before going back to pitch black. By the direction of the shadows it looked like it was coming from the top of my house downward onto the fence. No sensor lights, no cars around, no lights around that could do that. Huh. Nope, the fuck into my house. Locked doors. Smoke inside. Typical middle of nowhere experience.